Hey, YouTube. How everybody doing? Is Leah Caldwell back in here with another episode. Okay, so I'm here. Like I told you, I'll be journeying my life. And you're going to see me in the raw. You're going to see me on my best days. You're going to see me on my bad days. You're going to see me on my great days. You're going to see me on my worst days. So today I'm in here. This is how I look when I'm around the house. Lounge, relax, calm. Actually, feeling good today. Actually, having a great day. Um, wasn't too many issues today, so I'm blessed with that. But just wanted to come in and chit chat a little about depression because as I had, and if you haven't watched none of my short clips or any of my streams, you can always go back and you can watch them. It just basically let you know that I deal with depression on a daily basis. Okay. um I don't know the whole story of too much of what was going on. I just seen little clips here and there, but me personally, I try not to feed into on other people's depressions or other people negativity, especially that what I just what I strolled past and I seen about the young man. I'm not even sure how old he is, how he had an ex-wife and he had a new girlfriend. It appears just from me just glancing at the picture, me having depression, looking into the window and looking out of the window as well. It appeared to me that he had a great life. It looked like he had a good job, and he just it just took a turn to the worst. Okay. He was battling custody with his ex-wife and his kids. Okay. And going through courts and stuff like that, trying to, I guess, to see his kids or however the case may be. And I guess that sent him into a black hole, which things like that will send you into a black hole. You you're married, now you got an ex-wife, getting a divorce or however the case may be. And then um and now you can't see your kids. Like, once again, don't know the whole story, so I can't say, just going by what hearsay. And his last video that surfaced on, I guess it's just surfacing all over. And then he said he met someone new. Oh, go back. He was talking about how the ex-wife was saying, I guess he must have was molesting his kids or however the case may be. And then I guess he tried to start his new life by having a new girlfriend, and they got into an argument or however the case may be. And then I guess she, must have said the same thing to him, like, oh, well, no, she's pregnant. Oh, you're not going to see your kid, this, that, and another, and blah, blah, blah. So then he went on to say, it's around the holidays, and holidays is the worst time because I deal with depression, and around starting like September-ish, October-ish, I really start going into a slump. Like, it's just the holidays. It's something about the holidays, But he made a statement and said, holidays is coming around and I don't have no family, you know. So then he was like, then he started going on about, I guess he was thinking people, I guess he might have talked or reached out to somebody about what he was going through. And then he made a statement and was like, yeah, I just shot my girlfriend in the face. But he was so calm and so collected when he was talking about it, And this is the thing that I was saying in one of my lives about, you could go through a depression and you deal with it a different way. It may not be the same way somebody else may deal with it. Like I said, somebody may go through depression, they may cry. You get somebody that goes through depression and they may not want to talk to nobody or sleep or, eat or not eat or cut themselves, or even, go commit suicides and stuff like that. But his depression was, okay, I don't have my ex-wife, I can't see my kids over there, I have a new girlfriend, we got into an argument, and then she threw in my face what my what my ex-wife was saying about, oh, you're not going to be able to see your kids. So I don't have no family. So the way I'm going to take out of it is that I'm going to off y'all, and then I'm going to off myself too. Like, that's basically what he said. He might not said it the way I'm saying it, but that's basically what he said. Then you see a clip and was like, hey, yeah, there go my ex-wife right there. And then you hear scrambling and, oh no, before he said that, he was saying something about, yeah, I shot the girlfriend, shot the girlfriend in the face, and the ex-wife is next. And I can't serve no time in jail. I can't go to jail. So I'm going to off myself as well. And then you see the door crack open, and then you hear him say, oh, there go the ex-wife right there. And then that's when you hear the scrambling, and that's when the video ends. So what I'm trying to say is depression is very real. Okay. Everybody deals with it in a different way. It may not be the same way you may deal with depression. I may not deal with depression the way you deal with depression, and vice versa. But only if and like I said, and that was another reason why, I had to take that step for me to actually go and seek help. Like I said, a lot of people don't like to talk about depression. A lot of people don't like to let people know that that's what they're going through, because people always know them as being strong, and the strong falls too. Okay, the strong falls too. So if you are dealing with depression, it is okay. Okay, try to reach out to somebody, like I said, somebody that you can trust, that you think that you can sit down and talk to. You can walk into the hospital. You tell them that you're depressed, and things is going through, whatever's going through. Talk about it, because now not only did he off the ex-wife and the girlfriend was carrying the child, he had kids that he left behind. Okay. So when you go into depression, you don't really think about everything that is going on outside of you. When you go through depression, you just go on what's going on with you. Like I go through depression, and there have been times I'm like, oh, nobody is here for me. I have all this family and nobody cares, and my daughter, she has to kind of intervene sometimes when I get into that little slump, where she comes to try to bring me back out of it. And how she brings me back out of it, sorry if y'all hear that being, I got my cell phone here. How she tries to bring me up out of it is, I have a whole 5-year-old granddaughter. My daughter's 29 and my grandbaby is 5. I only have one daughter and one grandbaby. So I was so enthused and so happy that, that I made it even to see, my grandbaby, because, with all my health issues and stuff that goes on, my days are limited. Like, I don't know when I'm going to check out. Like I always tell people, we all here on a set time. You don't know when your time is, for you to check out of here. So for her to have her child, it was like, okay, I was able, to see your child. Now she's 5 years old. Oh, I'm glad I'm able to see your child turn 5, and to be in kindergarten. Yes, I want to live long enough to be able to see her, graduate out of elementary school, graduate out of middle school, graduate out of high school. But with my health issues, who knows? But he was in a dark place. And I know I seen a couple of comments and stuff like, oh, he was stupid, why did he do that? We don't know the whole story. We don't know what was going on between him and the ex-wife. We don't know what was going on with the kids. We don't know what was going on with the girlfriend. We don't know what's going on in his family. Only people that knows is the people that was there and around, and that's in his life, would know what was really going on. So, sometimes the stories can get out there, and then, people, it's just like telephone. Like I can whisper one thing in your ear and say, hey, her name is Jan. And then when you whisper in the other person's ear, you'll be like, oh, she said her name, she said that lady over there name was Jan, but she said she don't like you. And then the next person, and then by the time the story gets down to how many other people, the story done added on, the story done deleted, but you never know the whole story. Three sides to the story. They always say it's two, but it's always three. It's always their side, your side, and then it's the truth. That's what's in the middle. Okay. But like I said, I'm not trying to condone for him. I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but depression is real, and depression sent him into a dark space that he could not get out of. And the only thing and the only way he thought was out of it was death. But he didn't think about the kids. Okay. He didn't really think about the kids. He didn't think that, okay, I got kids here. If I off their mother, I'm going to serve time. So that means that, my kids is going to hate me, or they may not like me, or whatever, however the case may be, but the kids are still there. Okay. But not only did you do that, you took both parents away. You took the mother and you took yourself. So now the kids is here, and now they have to deal with what is going on with this situation. So now these kids, and I don't know how old they are. I did not go do the researching on it. Like I said, I try not to, try to feed on somebody else's depression, because when you in a dark space and when you go through depression, you can pick up other people's depression along the way. So it's basically like picking up negative energy. But just for me, just seeing those little clips and, seeing people talk about it, I'm like, oh, wow, I don't know. But like I said, I deal with it, and it's not nothing nice. It's nothing, fun. You would never want to be there if you don't deal with depression. You can even be dealing with depression and don't even know that you're dealing with depression. That's how deep depression is. Okay. I live by myself, and I have a cat. And I'm always in the house, and I'm always like, oh, everybody's living their life. Everybody's living their best life. Oh, this person got good job. This person got a nice house. This person got a nice car. Oh, they so healthy over there. Like, I done went through so many changes from depression, and then from all the illnesses that I deal with. So many changes. Whereas I done gained weight. I done lost weight. I have hair on my head, but now I have alopecia. It could be a combination of everything. It could be a combination of stress. It could be a combination of my illnesses. It can be a combination of medications that I take, that my hair actually, fell out in the crown part of my head. Before, I couldn't talk about this stuff, but I can talk about it now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in this stage of trying to get my life back. I'm like trying to take it back. I probably won't be able to take it back completely, but I'm trying, and that is the only thing that I can do is try. Only thing I can do is recognize that I do have a problem. I never had to wear glasses. You know what I'm saying? So for me to have to wear glasses, for my glasses to be thick, I wear glasses and I still can't see. I can see during the day, but at nighttime, forget it. So even if I wanted to go somewhere and it's at nighttime, if somebody ain't driving, I can't go because I can't see. So that was something else that was taken away from me. Like I said, my hair was taken away from me, and I loved my hair. I always had long, pretty thick hair. My hair is still kind of long. It's not as thick as it used to be. It's very thin. My edges have fell out. Those are trying to come back in a little bit, in the crown of my head, like literally right here. My hair fell out. I don't have no hair there. So I have to wear protective styles, which is crochets. I wear crochets a lot. You'll see me with different crochet styles. And then you'll see me with trying to wear store-bought wigs, whereas I need to really go get some custom wigs, because I never was a wig person. I never knew how to do hair. So for me to put a wig on, I struggle with that. I don't know how to, center the wig, because the wigs that I get from the store-bought is the ones that, you have like the little drawstrings or the little clips and stuff. I feel uncomfortable in that because I didn't never have to do it. So I deal with that. Okay. I deal with my weight fluctuating up and down. I can be big, I can be small, I can be scrawny. It depends on what I'm going through. If I stop eating, how many months I'm not eating, I deal with that. Um, I also have to deal with teeth getting pulled out of my mouth. Okay. Teeth getting pulled out of my mouth was not because, you know, it got pulled because I wasn't taking care of them. They got pulled because from falling, um, from having blood clots. So when you have blood clots, you have a hematologist, and a lot of dentists don't want to touch you when you have issues going on in your mouth because you can bleed to death if you're on blood thinners. Okay, and I was on blood thinners right around the time when I had got sick. I was on blood thinners. Okay, I had a root canal right before I got on the blood thinners. I had got a root canal that was done, and then I had got a cap that was in the front part of my mouth on one of my teeth in the front. And when I was in the hospital, the cap broke or cracked or whatever you want to say. And I kept going back to my dentist telling him like, hey, I went to go bite on something and I heard the thing, crack and it feels loose. But he kept telling me that, oh no, it's not loose. It's okay. You're going to be okay. And I just kept telling him, no, something is not right. It doesn't feel right. It feels like it's shifting. This cap is loose. Oh no, it's good. This, that, and another, blah, blah, blah. Now, by that time, now I don't got caught for it, found with a blood clot. So I had to start taking blood thinners. Okay. Now I'm on blood thinners. Now no doctors don't want to touch me. So I kept going back to this dentist, kept going back to this dentist, kept going back to this dentist, and he kept telling me the same thing. Oh, it's not broke. You okay? This, that, and another, blah, blah, blah. So then I started having heart issues, trying to figure out why I'm having all these heart issues. Because what happened was, because the cap was broke in my mouth, I started getting an infection that started going across my jawbone. Okay. So it was going across my jawbone, and then it was going down to my heart. So in the hospital, they was like, yeah, you really got a really bad infection, it's in your mouth, you got to get that tooth taken care of, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, I tried to, I was going to lie and go to a dentist and was like, oh yeah, I need some work done or whatever. But then I had to think about it. I take blood thinners. And that's one of the questions that they ask you when you fill out them forms. You need to be letting them know about your health issues, because if something happens, they need to know what's going on and how to treat you. So, I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I take blood thinners, blah, 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 thinking that, they're going to just be like, okay, well, we'll work on you. They was like, oh, no, you got to go get paper signed off from your doctor, your hematologist, they got to stop you on the blood thinners, before we even touch you. And I went to numerous doctors and they all said the same thing. So finally goes back to my doctor. Like, hey, I need this work done. Here go the paperwork. This is what they saying. Oh, well, it's up to your hematologist. Your hematologist is the one that deals with your blood thinners. You got to talk to them. So my hematologist was like, no, I'm not signing off on no papers. You got to stay on those blood thinners. And I'm like, well, they said that I can stop the blood thinners for 2 days prior until they do the work. And then once they do the work, then I can start taking the blood thinners again. She didn't want to sign off. So I went 6 months in and out, like sick as a dog. And I'm wondering why I'm sick, is because this infection is like literally going through my body. Again, I'm getting antibiotics and stuff like that, but it wasn't helping. So eventually I got to the point where I'm like, look, I'm not taking these blood thinners no more. It's my life. My life is online. And then she was like, oh, well, if the blood clots you to your heart, you're going to die. Well, they saying I'm going to die anyway with the infection if it goes to my heart. So we need to get this. A couple of days is ain't going to hurt me. Let's sign off so I can go get this work done. But she didn't want to sign off. So 6 months, back and forth with this mouth issue. And then what happened? I had to get my teeth pulled. So that's another thing that I have to deal with, So I'm dealing with my illnesses. Okay. I'm dealing with my hair falling out. I'm dealing with with my glasses. Then I'm dealing with them having to pull my teeth. Then I'm dealing with my weight fluctuating up and down. So my self-esteem kind of really dropped. It really plummeted. It went down. Like I had even stopped, like I said, I stopped drinking, stopped eating, stopped anything. Like what am I here for? Why am I here suffering? This is the questions that I ask. And everybody used to be like, oh, well, if you give it to God, you pray on it, it's going to get better. I prayed and everything, it just didn't get better. So I just started going into denial. Didn't want to be bothered with nobody. Nothing nobody can say to me made sense to me. I was into church. I had stopped going to church because I'm like, well, I'm going to church. I was going faithfully. Why is I keeping being afflicted with all these illnesses? I think I get one thing corrected and then something else pop up on me. Like, why am I suffering? Like, then I'm used to working. I'm used to having good jobs. I'm used to having nice apartments, new furniture. But once again, I know all that stuff is materialistic things that you can have it today and be gone tomorrow. But I want it just like everybody else wanted. So that's where my depression had put me at, and it put me there so bad that I was really giving up. Like, I didn't have no more fight in me no more. Like, I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? All I'm doing is suffering. Why I got to be here just to suffer? I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to do none of that. Like, what's the purpose? Everything is going wrong for me. My hair, I can't wear my hair the way I want to. I can't see the way I want to. I can't do the things I want to. 1 minute I'm good, the next minute I'm down. Like right now, I feel okay. Who knows? 2 hours later, I could be feeling sick. I could have a headache. I could have a vertigo attack. I could have nausea. My stomach could be hurting. I stay constipated. You know what I'm saying? So it's always something with me. So, I kind of feel bad for this family, because this man, he was going through it. He was going through it, and we don't know what he was actually going through, but that was some depression that was going on, or it could be a depression on top of some mental health issues too. What pushed him there, we don't know. But now 2 families are gone. I guess the girlfriend I guess she was, I don't know, like I said, I think she was pregnant. I didn't think she had the baby yet. So that's one family gone. And then the ex-wife is gone, but the kids are still here. So anybody, like I said, if you had depression, please try to go and get some help. Like, don't suffer. You do not have to suffer. It is a lot of help out there for you. I'm only saying that, and I only can speak upon that because I deal with it. I've been going through it, and I'm still going through it. So I can understand. And that is the other thing that I always say to people too. When people say, when they try to tell you how you feeling and what you should do, if you're not going through what I'm going through, no, you're not going to understand what I'm going through. I don't care how good you make it sound, but if you're not struggling like me and you're not thinking like how I'm thinking and you're not in that dark place, ain't nothing you're going to say to me is going to make it better, So go and get that help, y'all. Reach out to someone, like I said, you can walk into the hospital. There's hotlines, 800 numbers that you can call, get a therapist. Like, I think me going to the therapist was the best thing ever. I ain't ever think that I would go to a therapist, but I finally did. And I didn't trust her at first when I started going to her, because I'm like, she just being nosy, just want to be all in my business. She's getting paid to laugh at me behind closed doors and, all that stuff. But as time started going, and with me sitting down, like, she started bringing stuff out of me that I didn't even know, or that I wanted to bring out of me. It was a lot of things going on in my life, like childhood issues, teenage issues, high school issues, being a single parent issues, school issues, money issues, health issues, and the list goes on. And as that stuff starts piling on you and piling on you and piling on you, how much do you really think you can hold up with all that on top of you? Like, nobody has a perfect life. Nobody. Okay. Everybody goes through something sometime in their life. It may not just be as bad as someone else, but everybody goes through something. So I'm just hoping and just pray for these kids that they be okay. I know they're not going to be okay because they don't have a mother or a father now, but it's just a sad situation that this had to happen this way. And will not be the first time, and it will not be the last time that you will read anything or see anything about this. Same thing with the kids when they go to school and being bullied, like, because they're being bullied, you got the popular people, prancing down on the weak, and then what happens with them? They go through and, spray up the building or do whatever they do. That's why I said, keep eye on your kids. have a genuine conversation with them, to find out what's going on in their life. Don't think that because your kid is a kid that they can bounce back, because all kids can't bounce back. You got to think, if we are adults and we can't bounce back, how do you really think that these kids is going to bounce back? Sorry, y'all, I got something in my eye. It's a lash or something. How do you think these kids is going to bounce back? So you just got to be on top of your kids. If something doesn't seem right, try to figure out what's going on. So that's the topic that I wanted to talk about on depression. You can charm this live will still be up. Like, once I build my subscribers on here, and then they get the notifications, then people can start jumping in here, and we can have a Q&A, and you can ask me questions and I can answer them, and stuff and all that good stuff. But if you come in and you see this live, subscribe to this page, hit that bell up there, so you will get that notification when I go live, and when I just come in and just do quick lives, or live like when I'm streaming down, or just putting up little videos or whatever. Because like I said, I'm not going to filter anything that I'm talking about is what I'm going through. I'm not going to filter it. I'm not going to cookie code it. I'm not going to make it seem like, I'm living my best life over here. No, I'm not going to do that. Because like I said, I'm going to document everything. However I feel. If I'm in a bad mood and I come here and I go live, I'm going to put it all out here. And this is the only way for me to do my vent and to put it out. Because like I always say, I can write 1,000,000 books about my life. People won't think that I'm going through what I'm going through, but it's real and it's a struggle. Okay. So I'm going to go. Just wanted to come in and chit chat a little about, the little bit that, I heard. I may go and do some researching and go read up to see what more is going on with this case. Like I said, don't quote me on anything that I said, because once again, I'm just going by hearsay and what people's posting and what I read. I didn't actually go through, I did see like the little clip of the video, and that was just a little short clip. You cannot decipher somebody's life through a short clip. Okay. So I want everybody to have a grateful and a blissful Tuesday. And like I said, if you come through on my page, on my channel, please hit that bell, subscribe, so we can have more conversations, so I can have people on this live with me, so we can conversate back and forth, because that's what I like to do. I like to conversate, because I like to be, like I said, I like networking. I like talking to people. But I may be able to help someone just like someone may be able to help me. They can give me tips, I can give them tips. And that's what I'm here for, just to document, to let you know that health issues, mental issues, depression, stress, anxiety, all that is real. Don't let nobody tell you that this is a fake illness or it doesn't exist. Because when I used to talk about it before I knew that I was actually depressed, I had doctors used to say to me that I was a hypochondriac, because I used to be like, this don't feel right, this, that, and another, I can't breathe and I can't do this. Oh, you okay? You're okay. Suck it up. You'll be good. We did your blood work and your blood work was okay. There is no blood work for depression. There is no blood work for depression. Okay? So don't never let anybody tell you, if you're going through something, that is nothing wrong with you when you know something is wrong with you. And if you encounter that, then you need to move on and find somebody else that's going to sit down and going to take you seriously, because we don't want this to continue on with all this, homicides and suicides and all this other stuff that's going on, because people has mental health issues and they're depressed. So I'm going to go. And if you, like I said, subscribe, hit that bell. You can drop any questions in the comment section, and I'll respond back to you, like I said. So I hope to see some of y'all soon. Leah Caldwell signing out again. Talk to y'all later. Good night.